y'all tend to not only look away, but you tend to help them to get away with it. This sexism needs to stop. The fact that I have to try to record 24 hours a day, 7 days a goddamn week, so that when I am victimized, it is fucking recorded. This is fucking stupid. Meanwhile, I am prevented from turning in my fucking predators. And these cops fucking know it, but they want to blow smoke up your ass. They want to lie out their asses at me. And then they want to talk to me like I should go to them about my problems. Fuck no. They are my fucking problems. Now, unlike the cops, I'm not a liar or a murderer. I read this probably. No, I'm not likely to make $100 out here today. Matter of fact, I'd be happy if I made 20, but that's not going to cover my insurance, is it? I gotta try to make sure I got enough for coffee there in the Starbucks. Without somebody to help me turn these predators in, this is how I get treated. I gotta go to fucking predators to try to get help turning in my fucking predators. Fuck the United States and anybody who supports it. If you support the police, I really hope that your death is slow and painful. And I hope everybody gets to watch the hell that you allow, that you take part in. You don't want to go through that, do you? This is what America's really like. Fuck the police nationwide. Fuck anyone who supports the police. Fuck anybody who supports the United States at this point. And god damn it, Russia needs to get off their lazy asses and launch some fucking missiles. There is nothing in this country worth saving, not even your kids. You're gonna train your kids to be useless pieces of shit just like you. Whether or not your kids deserve to live is arbitrary. Within the next 10 years, you will have destroyed every part of them that's human. You will have taught them to be useless pieces of shit just like you. And then you're gonna complain about how rotten your kids are. You taught them to be just like you. Time for you to look in the mirror instead of looking down at your kids. You taught them to be that. These cops using the excuses that they are to not do their jobs. You know what? They're making fucking excuses and that's it. Excuses. Nobody should be getting killed over this stuff. Nobody should be getting harassed over this stuff. Nobody should be getting assaulted over this stuff. And for certainly, when there's a situation where an at-risk adult is being abused, being physically assaulted,
Hi there.
being threatened repeatedly. Good morning.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
What's going
Good
on?
morning, Rob. My name is Sean.
Sean?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. What do you got going on right now?
Well, I was gonna try to panhandle up enough to go over to Starbucks, and then I was gonna go set up my computer for a few minutes, get the stuff taken care of. Probably take about 30 minutes as far as what I gotta get sent out, and then I gotta wait till Monday to do anything else. So I'll probably be heading over to the fish place over there. The guy is got a sign in the window that he's hiring. I'm not likely to be able to do most of the work that he's got, but I can see what he's got going on. What are you guys up to today?
Well, unfortunately, we don't allow any panhandling on the premises,
All right.
so we'll have to move along. You own the street car right over here, right?
Yes, sir.
So what can you tell me about the incident at 2:30 this morning with the Everton?
Oh, it's on the.
It's on the internet?
There was no gentleman. It was a crazy lady who's. It's been going on for about 3 weeks. I've gotten a hold of the cops on several occasions about it. The lady's just nuts. But she's messing around with this old guy who's like 80 years old. She's stirring up the mud. She's trying to start fights with all the homeless people. She's just bad news. So there was a couple of guys in the parking lot last night that were actually interacting on my YouTube channel with me, letting me know what was going on with that lady. But she's nuts. She came up to my vehicle and she was beating the hell out of my vehicle, and that was probably just before midnight. And of course, I didn't have anybody to call the cops with me, and as a homeless male, I got to be afraid to call the cops. So
Who called the police?
I'm not sure, actually. I know that when they showed up, they took a look at the glass. She broke a glass next to my vehicle. It's probably still over there where I was parked. Or not a glass, but a beer bottle. And she shattered that. And of course, the guy that was texting me, his name ended up being Dallas. He gave me a couple of hot dogs. But he was letting me know that she was over there screaming and hooting and hollering and claiming that I stole stuff and that I was doing this and doing that. And I'm like, at least I got it recorded on my YouTube channel.
What did the police have to say?
They said that I need to get a protection order against her and that I need to go in on Monday about that. Now, she's been doing this. I literally in the last 3 weeks, I have not engaged in conversation with her. She has always come up to me and engaged. She's been told to leave me alone. She's been asked to leave me alone. The thing is that every time that this guy Tom doesn't give her what she wants, she comes over and takes it out on me. So for like the last 3 weeks, I've been trying to avoid her. If I'm over there, she'll harass me over there. If I'm over there, she'll harass me over there. If I'm over here, she'll harass me over here. If I walk through the parking lot, she'll follow me screaming at me. If I come around the corner and she happens to see me, she starts yelling at me. So I'm trying to do what the cops told me to do, which is, well, wait until Monday and try to turn her in.
We also can't allow overnight camping or overnight sleeping in the car and everything.
Yeah, that's why I went to the thing over there.
Appreciate if you didn't hang
Yes,
out
sir.
here. Help, deviate from the situation that you're having, of course.
Well, that's the unfortunate thing is I can't just move away from every person who tries to be predatory towards a homeless person. It's just not possible. Now, I understand the whole it's a business thing, which is why I've been trying to avoid it.
And it just,
Yeah.
we've got associates that need to be able to feel comfortable going in and out of their car, customers and stuff. So
And that's the thing with me is that I have been a customer and I have had to be afraid to go to my vehicle. I've had to be afraid to park here. I have to be afraid to go anywhere because of her. As far as doing my shopping here, like I don't have a way of even knowing if she's here or not. What I do know is that with her literally threatening to kill people on this property, with her actively pursuing people on this property, with her beating on customers' vehicles, I mean, that's not something that can be allowed. I've been trying for 3 weeks. They've been looking the other way because I'm a homeless male. And that's one of the issues is that it keeps happening. I keep having the issues with her because the cops aren't doing anything. So, I mean, as far as the The panhandling thing, I didn't know that until today. I've seen
Yeah.
people out here panhandling about every day. So
You
now
go to
that I know,
corner or go, we just anything on this side of the sidewalk or the premises. Yeah.
absolutely. And by the way, thank you for talking to me like I'm a person. There's a lot of people that just, they see a homeless person and they come out and immediately,
No, I wish the best on you. We
absolutely.
just have a lot of things that we, have to be out for. And
I
consistent
understand.
across the board. So
And that's the thing, is that for it to be consistent, you got to go after the right people, which is why it's important to inform people. And with you informing me of the information that you have, that is useful to me, and it helps me to make, well, better decisions. Not necessarily right ones, but better. It's a lot easier to make the right decisions when you have the right information.
So,
All right,
appreciate
thank
it.
you,
Do
Bob.
have anything else, interactions with her tonight? There's not a lot I can do. People getting along, but the police can definitely.
Well,
but
she was
especially if
beating
you
on
have
my
a
vehicle last night, and that's the thing, is that I've been trying to get the police to do something for 3 weeks. I'm a disabled homeless male. They're not going to lift a finger. If I call them, they don't even show up. Somebody else has to call and they'll show up.
And I'll tell you, I did speak with her, and her story was a lot different. So,
Well, that's why I record it, and that's the thing with Tom too. Like, this whole situation's been going on for 3 weeks. I'm aware of what her story is because she's been informing me. I'm also aware that I have it recorded and put up on my YouTube. So the more she slanders me, the deeper a hole she digs for herself as far as the law goes.
do you know where she's staying by chance?
I don't, like I said, I try to avoid her like the plague. If I see her, like, for example, over here at Fred Meyer, if I see her, I walk the other way. I'm not interested in having any altercations or drama or any of that kind of BS. When I come here, like when I've been sitting here, I'm trying to make enough to pay my car insurance so it doesn't get towed. Knowing that I'm not allowed to do that, that's fine. I don't mind adjusting it.
Can't do
But
it here.
right.
Do it somewhere
And that's
else.
the thing with her threatening me, is that primarily that's happening on this property when I come here. But it's not just here. Like if I move across the street, she'll harass me there or over there. I mean, that's not something that's your fault. You guys didn't do it, and I don't hold it against you. As far as she goes, she does need to stay away from me, and I won't be able to do anything about it till Monday, but I'm on. All right, thanks, Rob.
That's your name is Sean, right?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, I'll be in just a few minutes because I do need to get my coffee and do that, but I'll be out of here in probably the next 35 minutes or so.
Good luck, Sean.
Thanks, Rob. Now that right there, that feller from Fred Meyer's, one of the professional folks. And of course, the issues that I was expecting and some of this, oh, go ahead. All right, so, it's not like any of this was unexpected. See, when you've been out on the streets and you've dealt with as many nut jobs as I have, you kind of know what you're going to be dealing with. As far as harming other individuals, no, that's not okay. And with her being violent against Tom and also violent against my vehicle, well, this does need to be remedied. And of course, damaging my vehicle is against the law. Did that officer do anything about it? No, and he knew that he should have. He also knew at-risk adult and that he is legally obligated to do something about it. And that's one thing about mandated reporters not doing their jobs. Going out of their way not to look at evidence, not to understand. Thanks, sir. Now, obviously, people don't want you anywhere when you're homeless. But you also noticed that that gentleman, when he came up to me, he didn't start off with a shitty fucking attitude. He didn't start off treating me completely like crap. Morning.
Hey, hey.
It's another one of the employees who works here. Most of the employees that I speak with, we get along just fine. Some of the employees have spoken to me about how screwed up this situation is. Well, like I said, most of them are nice to me.
far as that crazy lady goes, and that's her new name officially is Crazy Lady. As far as she goes, yeah, there's evidence. There's plenty enough of it. Now, I'm probably not going to stay in there for very long. I have enough for one coffee. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my computer running. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some of this stuff sent out. But again, the problem is with it being a weekend, and it's not that I didn't try all week. I'm expected to drop everything for so many people. Expected to drop everything. And these people want to tell me when I need them to keep their word, oh, you can't expect me to drop everything right when you want something. Well, if it was right when I wanted something, your bitch ass would have spoken up years ago. But you're a fucking coward. On the bright side, I didn't make you a coward. Now, like I said, I record in case of Molly. Yeah. And as far as Tom goes, yeah, he doesn't get to be a part of my life if he's going to be bringing this kind of drama and trauma. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Anyway, almost at Starbucks. I don't see those nut jobs in here, so it must be safe.
I didn't need your water on ice. Oh, you didn't? But since you already did one, I'll just put it down. Okay. I'll hydrate and then I'll have ice. There you go. Thank you, ma'am.
If it says H2O, then it's water, but if it just says ice, there you go.
No, maybe I'll get it there.
I gotta go okay. So there's a lot of buttons on here. Yeah. Agent fake. Do one of those? Yeah. And PowerPoint. I'll make it 8 bites.
Can I squeeze through it, should I?
That's my bad, I gotta cancel. There we go. Ours are not registered. Say that.
Okay, not registered.
It said not registered, but it went through, so we're gonna go with it.
I would like a tall cup of coffee and a grande cup.
Yeah, no,
No whipped cream. She still wants the pumpkin sprinkles, plus an extra pump of the pumpkin.
okay, got it.
So you put one extra, not just 1 pump.
Why not? I just did.
Okay. So sorry, that was okay.
Sure.
Which one did you want?
Tall and a grande cup. I don't really care as long as it's not blonde.
As long as it's not brown, okay.
Yeah, too acidic for me.
Okay, did you want room for cream?
Yes, please.
Thinking right there.
That's
Sure.
why he wants a tall and grande. Because he wants more.
Oh, okay.
It also prevents me from spilling it on
It
myself.
needs space for the sugar.
It will be mostly sugar. I love liquid candy bars.
Jesse, are you getting your coffee?
No, I'm getting,
Cash or card?
Ah.
Cash.
119.
That's super cheap.
$0.81 is your change. Would you like your?
Sure.
Not much more?
Perfect.
Oh, let me get your.
Grande, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Here you go.
I want the blonde, right? You must be blonde.
Yeah. You can do it grande.
Now this right here is what it's really like to be a male in the United States. This is what it is really like when you have to turn in a female predator. You will not be heard. Your predator will. When it comes to physical violence, Molly has been physical violent not only with Tom, but also with my car. And of course, the cops didn't do anything about it, did they? Of course they didn't. Why would they? I'm not a human being to you. Meanwhile, I'm told to float under the radar. I tell on my fucking predators, and what happens? Not a goddamn thing. I get victimized further. And that's the thing, is that it is not my choice for Molly to victimize me any more than it is my choice for these officers to victimize me, which is exactly what they are doing. They are knowingly, willingly, and intentionally creating a safety issue for me. The harassment by Molly could have been stopped 3 weeks ago by cops simply doing their jobs. Now, as far as Tom being a coward, that can't be changed. You can't take an 80-year-old coward and turn him into a real man. He's had 80 years to do that. 80 years to figure it out. And in that 80 years, what he's figured out is how to tuck his tail between his legs. Tom is not a real man. He is a real mouse. I do stick up for veterans. Not soldiers, but veterans. And although he may be a veteran, I don't support tyrants. And I don't support people who take advantage of the disabled. If you take advantage of at-risk adults, you're a monster. If you help the predators of that at-risk adult get away, you are guilty of compliance. You are guilty of taking part in that crime yourself. Even though I should have grabbed my... Oh, there they are. Very good. My clandestine recording device.
never heard said that.
Good pumpkin.
I have a brown pair of shakers for both. Thank you. So love Thank you. Brown sugar, It's probably like I tried to take out my car and I was up like pocket card. I'm like, well, very white. Yeah, okay, I want to yeah. I tried to get them out of the this one. So I guess that's fine. Maximum amount. I know where it's going. Yeah, I love papers. I'm over it. Thank you. I did this like 3 months. Yeah. What is an app? No. Oh, I seen it by around. I say this. Yeah. I love it. Why?
The problem is I'm doing this alone. Again. My predators aren't alone, they've got plenty of help. I do need to call the cops and make a complaint about that officer last night, as well as 2 other officers. This has been ongoing for 3 weeks, and these officers are literally going out of their way not to do their jobs. They won't do anything about her, but they'll harass the shit out of me. Meanwhile, she is actually violent. And I'm not.
Yeah. So they act like no voice left. So like I'll like have to use it like
But there's the fact that she has different genitalia than me, which means special treatment.
Okay, what would you say? You know her. I do. You act like you knew her. I was like naughty, but I'm not sure. You acted like you knew her. You did. Maybe I did. I thought her name was
have time to go through all of this and organize it. That's the problem. Not having enough time, having other things that I have to get done, and also having a budget of nothing to do it on.
Imagine it's fall for 30 classes plus Oh yeah, of course. Wow, they're so stupid. Meanwhile, you just try to kill me.
Now, as far as all of the attention that I've received here at the Fred Meyer in the parking lot, every bit of it is over Molly and her bullshit. When it comes to safety issues and at-risk adults, these cops are not doing their jobs. So something does need to be done about that. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to make a few phone calls here.
Are you actually grabbing something out? Yeah.
Why the hell is that still up? Alright, so this is what my computer is doing. This part right here won't shut off. Maybe if I go to photos, then maybe it'll let me shut it down.
It's all up to me if I want it.
Yep, doesn't look like my computer is going to work. Fucking Christ. It's slow.
Yeah. And what flavor is it? Well, I'm thinking something like we have this one cafe vanilla crab, which has the crab roast, which has our vanilla as well. It actually has yeah, our crab roast has it's the 2 cups of equivalent to 1 cup espresso. Or you could yeah, you can also add chocolate.
Alright, we'll go to YouTube. Come on. Alright. Well, let's see if we can figure this out. I don't know why I say we when it's just me. There's no such thing as a good cop. Maybe at some point in history there was, but not in the history of my lifetime. I thought Jane LaRue was a good cop, but I didn't know her other than 2 situations where she rescued us. Well, apparently it said I could log into Kroger, so I clicked on the Kroger thing, and now it says, so it doesn't matter what I want to do today. What matters is that the internet's not working. As far as Molly goes, I got the wrong equipment to turn her in. In fact, she's been abusing my things in my car. Well, that cop should have done something last night about it, and he went out of his way not to. At least he talked to her. But here's the thing, Molly, like every other woman in the United States, is taught that if she doesn't get what she wants, it's Operation Slander time. She doesn't need evidence, she's got tits. Anyway, as far as the internet not working here, I got shit I gotta do today. I can't fuck around in here all goddamn day. I'm not interested in getting harassed for sticking around too long or for loitering or anything like that. And I can believe my 15 minutes is up here, so fuck it. Which is unfortunate because I really wanted to call the cops and record the call live on YouTube at the same time. Now that I got my clandestine recording device clear, I can record another 9 hours.
Are you wanting from your crack? Yes. Okay, what I got.
Morning is slow.
You guys find if there's a bigger crack with
When it comes to nasty places that I've lived, I've only ever lived in the United States, and I can tell you, if I was a toilet, I would flush this place. When it comes to how disabled adults are treated, y'all tell me about what the law says, don't you? But you don't really know what the law says. You're blowing smoke up my backside. On the bright side, I know how to do research, and I have the research tool at my fingertips away with my phone. So when it comes to you sexist pigs, yeah, I got what I need. It's a matter of not being hurt because of the mentally ill tag. When you're homeless, these pigs know they can do whatever the fuck they want to you, and they do. Anybody who supports law enforcement in the United States of America, you're horrible people. And I don't want to hear you make another complaint about Nazis so long as you fucking live. Nazis don't get to complain about Nazis. And that's exactly what the United States has become. The Me Too movement and BLM have done more to fan this than anybody else at this point. So why do I still stick up for female victims? Why do I still stick up for black victims? Because they're human beings. And nobody deserves this. Now, some of y'all know that I came from Nebraska, where everybody blames everything on blacks and Mexicans. And there's no blacks or Mexicans in Nebraska to blame these things on. when it comes to the Tillamook Police Department taking advantage of at-risk adults, harassing and threatening victims. Oh yeah, this is definitely something I'm not going to be quiet about. We know that I'm not quiet. And what generally happens when I tell on bad cops? They break the law to try to have me arrested. Oh, if they wait a couple of days, my insurance will have lapsed because I don't have any actual help. Because my disabilities were used to exploit me and deny my rights as a disabled person and as an American citizen. So anybody who supports this current regime, or any officer for that matter, I can't respect you. I can't respect anybody who harbors a Nazi. I cannot respect anybody who believes that the Nazi ideology is acceptable. And I'm sure as shit not going to subscribe to your racism or your sexism. What I'm dealing with now is the side effects of racism and sexism. Let me make sure I grabbed everything before I go. Yep, I got everything. Well, close enough anyway. As far as the stuff that I needed to get done today, well, that's the thing about not having a place to do it. I need a place where I'll be left alone. Oh, by the way, this is the lady. The one who, well, she was nice, but she's the one that even though Tom had said repeatedly he didn't want nothing to do with Molly, this is the lady who come up that night and she's recorded speaking to him on my channel. That's the thing about Molly is that while people pretend that I got a hold of my friends to try to have them harass people, no, I went to my friends for help stopping abuse. And I've been enduring this abuse for 6 goddamn years. Not one of my goddamn friends ever bothered to look at the fucking evidence other than Mandy Singer. Almost 6 goddamn years after Natalie Bollinger had her head blown off, finally somebody actually took a look. But it's Mandy Singer. She's not going to get her off her ass and actually help. I mean, holy hell, I gave her $400 so she could get a computer and have $100 for 5 hours worth of work. That's right, I offered $20 an hour before Natalie had her head blown off. I didn't change that after she died. I'll pay you $20 an hour to actually fucking help me, but none of these people actually helped. They took advantage of me. That's why there needed to be a caseworker involved. I shouldn't have ever had to go to Polly Olson for help. I should have never had to go to any of these fucking services for help turning in these goddamn predators. The way that I am treated by police means that someone has to be fucking there and present. Now, instead of repeatedly victimizing me for being fucking victimized and telling me that it's my fault that I'm victimized because I speak up about the abuse, why don't you get off your fat, lazy ass and stop being a bitch? God bless America. When it comes to soldiers, every American soldier and every foreign soldier all go onto the same list, the list of cowards. Now, when it comes to veterans, only half the veterans I know are cowards. But not a single goddamn one ever fought for my rights or yours. And they never will. They fight for the United States government, who has shown loud and proud they don't give a fuck about you or yours. If you got tits, the American public might pressure them to pretend like they give a shit. But that's about it. Now, thank goodness for all y'all, I'm not a complete and total fucking piece of shit. But I should be. I got a question for you. If somebody lit Molly on fucking fire, do you think she'd ever harm anybody again? If somebody put a bullet through Leslie Snell's head, do you think she'd harm anyone ever again? If somebody dragged Scott DaCosta behind a white Toyota pickup truck in Wyoming until his fucking head popped off, you think he'd ever harm anyone ever again? I know how to stop these people, and I have never had any time where I didn't have the means to actually go take care of business as far as that goes. When it comes to killing people, yeah, I never, ever need help with those resources. I can find a rock or a fucking stick anywhere. And that's provided I need one. Do I need a rock or a fucking stick? No. They're laying around everywhere. If you lived on a mountain of M16s, would you need to buy an M16? No, you wouldn't. The fact that I have chosen peace while my predators have chosen violence, and of course, I'm the one who gets treated like I deserve it because I'm not violent. Well, fuck you. Fuck the whole goddamn country. If you support this, you are, well, the bad guy. You are the Nazi. BLM is closer to Nazi Germany than they are to humanitarians. The Nazis wanted special rights for Nazis, pureblood Germans, and Aryans. You want special rights because of the color of your skin too, don't you? You would like to have a couple of little albino Nubian slaves in your backyard, wouldn't you? Wouldn't it be great to have a couple little cracker kids running around doing everything that you want them to do? Wouldn't that be great? So here we are, people like me grew up our entire lives getting told how nobody is fighting for black people's rights. Meanwhile, everybody I know almost is fighting for black folks' rights, myself included. Blacks aren't fighting for anybody's rights, not even their own. BLM is not fighting for black rights. They're fighting for special rights. Black people want the right to do whatever the fuck they want. And if they get in trouble, say, oh, it's because I'm black. We've already got that going on. Most of the black people in houses that I know that are locked up did something to get locked up. Most of the black people I know out on the streets that got locked up, well, they're black and they're homeless. So, no, they don't have any fucking rights. BLM doesn't give a fuck about them. When it comes to taking advantage of at-risk adults and abusing at-risk adults, like what Molly's doing, what Tom is taking part in. Yes, absolutely. Tom is as responsible in this situation as myself and Molly. If not more so, because he's the fucking coward that ain't speaking up. No, he's not getting my help again. If he comes to me and says, hey, Molly's gonna fucking beat me to death, I'm gonna tell him you're on your fucking own. You deserve it. You're 80 years old, you're past your prime, and you're a fucking coward. So, yeah, you fucking made your goddamn bed, dude. Come to me with your fucking sob story, and then you fucking go right back to the same goddamn bullshit. No, 3 times, dude. 3 times. 3 times I ate your bullshit, Tom. 3 times you went back, and 3 times I have had to deal with the consequences. No, I'm not gonna fucking help you. You're on your own. I already wasted enough time and energy on you, and you're not gonna do a damn thing to help me. So, why? Why would I waste my time? Anyway, I don't even know where the library is here. It's pretty fucking useless going to the library to try anything without somebody in my goddamn corner. And yeah, that situation at Tides of Change, that's not looking like there's much gonna come of it, because of course the lady who's gonna supposedly be my advocate, how is she gonna advocate if she doesn't look at evidence?
if we're blindsided at every fucking turn because she doesn't want to take the time to learn anything, we did try to do what she wanted to push. But yesterday, yeah, I had to fucking get her to understand, hey, we need to stop pushing this shit like everybody else does. You want to push the housing. You want to push the disability, even if they're dead fucking horses. You want to push that shit. The whole time I'm being victimized and can't turn in my fucking predators. Like last night. Yeah, I have to be afraid to call the fucking cops. I have to be afraid that I will be victimized for calling 911. And also, I have to be worried that the lady up there at Tides of Change is not going to bother with looking at evidence. She's just going to believe whatever the fuck the cops say. Well, the cops at this point are my predators, and I need help turning them in. Just like the cops in Hood River. All these people keep telling me to call places that I've already called over and over and over again. No, without a fucking advocate, none of these places are going to do shit. And Tides of Change, despite the fact the lady has the word advocate attached to her title, is not advocating. I want to know if Tides of Change is accepting government funds for what they do. Because if they are, that does constitute a crime. As mandated reporters, they are mandated to help me to turn this in. They are mandated to make the call within 24 hours, not in 3 weeks. Thank goodness, though, after 3 weeks, she did at least make the call. Should it have taken 3 weeks? Well, actually, it's taken 7 years. It just hasn't taken 7 years with her. I've got nowhere to fucking go. Nowhere. Now, I don't mind going and parking my car somewhere else at night, but where do I park it? As far as the Fred Meyer's parking lot goes, I was told it's fine to stay here, just can't move in. Well, the problem is I'm not getting any fucking help. And there are only 2 goddamn parking lots that I might possibly be able to park in. Fred Meyer's is one of them, and the other one is one that I was told to go to by, God, what is her name? Miranda? Maybe? Monica, that's what it is. Anyway, let's plug my phone in and shit, where do we even go? There's nowhere to go where I won't be harassed. Nowhere. There is nowhere for me to fucking sleep. Nowhere. Oh, and if they keep calling this place that keeps denying me, oh yeah, sure, that's gonna fucking work out well. After fucking 3 goddamn weeks of beating that dead fucking horse, that horse is still fucking dead. How about you stop beating a dead fucking horse? I like that Monica lady. I really do. She talks nice, but talking nice is not the same as doing your fucking job. When it comes to mandated reporters, I go to mandated reporters about the abuse for a fucking reason. Because there are supposed to be consequences for those son of a bitches not doing their job. Now we get to see how one woman, like Molly, who is fucked up in the goddamn head, can go out of her way to fuck up another person's life because no one gives a fuck. Because you're all sexist goddamn pricks. Could be worse, though. I could be a coward like Tom. I could be a coward like Dallas Richmond. Or like Zach Richmond. Or like Pastor Rod Wright, who's not a real pastor. I could be a coward like you fucking cowards, but I'm not. Now, when it comes to that lady from Tides of Change, she is not, in any way, shape, or form, interested in preservation of fucking evidence. She is literally going out of her way not to do anything useful for 3 fucking weeks. Yesterday, I made sure that we worked on what needed to be worked on instead of what she wants. Because what she wants to work on is not what a mandated reporter is supposed to do. I need a mandated fucking reporter, not smoke up my ass. I gotta wait till Monday. Hopefully on Monday she'll help me to fill out that paperwork. I don't know Molly's last fucking name. I don't know Tom's last fucking name. What I do know is that my predators are heard, and I am not. Now, thank goodness the people here at Fred Meyer spoke to me like I'm a person. Now, as far as the no panhandling on their property, I was told as long as it's not aggressive, which it's not. But it is, of course, private property. It is Fred Meyer's. No sleeping here at night. Fine. I can light fires at night instead. I can manufacture explosives at night instead. I can go selling drugs at night instead. I can go raping people at night instead. There's a lot of things I could do other than fucking sleeping, since I'm obviously not allowed to sleep. But I'm not a piece of shit like you, so I don't go doing those things. I don't go getting fucked up on drugs. I don't go raping little kids. And I sure as fuck don't look away from it. Like you guys, you fucking pieces of shit. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.